Brought to you by Penguin. Rough Justice by Her Honour Wendy Joseph KC, read by Her Honour Wendy Joseph KC and Rachel Bavidge.
Preface. The Old Bailey is a place where you learn about more than the law. You learn a lot there about suffering, about life too, and death. By day, its courtrooms resonate with these things, but at night it echoes to a different heartbeat. They say ghosts walk here, and certainly if ghosts walk anywhere, it might be here, for in this corner of the City of London, more people have died than in most places. Men, of course, in their tens of thousands, but women and children too. Hearts have burst, throats been cut, plague and typhus have raged, starvation, misery, and hangings, many, many hangings. Because in this place, where now we spend the days patiently sifting facts in order to achieve some form of justice, for 700 years stood Newgate Prison. For much of that time, the courthouse in the little street called Old Bailey was adjacent to the prison and joined to it by an underground tunnel. Many thousands of cases were tried there. You can read about them in the Old Bailey archives, because between 1674 and 1913, their details were carefully documented and recorded. Brutal acts of killing and rape, mean or desperate acts of dishonesty, acts of madness, they filled the courts down the years and are still filling them today. Some things over those years have changed. As a society, we have softened our approach to punishment. No more castration, disemboweling, beheading and quartering. No more flogging, whipping, branding or pillorying. No more hanging. As our moral perspective has shifted, we have removed from the criminal calendar some offences we think should never have been there at all. You can no longer be prosecuted for consensual homosexual acts, nor for trying to kill yourself. We are a more thoughtful society now, but, and here's the important question, are we a more just one? Are we, after centuries of trying, any closer to achieving justice? That question is what this book is about. I've taken areas where the courts have notoriously fallen short over the years, including rape, domestic violence, and child cruelty. These are tough subjects to address because their victims are so often women, the very young, the mentally ill, or the physically frail. But isn't a measure of our justice system and of our society how we protect those among us least able to protect themselves? How have we set about giving them the justice they need? Have we got it right? I've worked in the criminal courts for not far short of half a century. I have both prosecuted and defended, and perhaps more significantly, I've sat as a judge for almost 15 years, 10 of them at the Old Bailey. I've seen the law played out 1,000 times, but let me make a confession. Despite all the years I've spent in the system, I do not really know what the word justice means. It's a strange word. A glance at a dictionary suggests that just behaviour involves the fair and reasonable treatment of people, and that justice means having those qualities. But the same dictionary describes the justice system as no more than the legal system used by a country to deal with people who break the law, and that bringing someone to justice is to arrest, try and punish them in that system's law courts. Somewhere along the line, the addition of the word system has drained away the words fair and reasonable.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?